Good day, peeps! Garfield here. Welcome to episode 17 of the Derby Way. Now then, for those of you that have watched episode 16 will probably have noticed it was a very long episode. I'm trying to work on a way of cutting down the episode times just so you're not having to sit there or stand there for so long watching it. So what I'm going to try in this episode, I'm looking at the fixtures, and Gillingham, Morecambe and Yeovil are all struggling around the bottom end of the table. Doncaster, they are, as was looked at the end of the last episode, are up there in second, so that's a definite game we'll play. But I'm thinking, which is dangerous, but I'm thinking we're going to simulate the Gillingham, Morecambe and Yeovil game. We'll play the Doncaster game and then get ready for spoilers for the FA Cup fixture. We'll play the Stevenage game, and that will then lead us into episode 18, where we have a high-flying Wycombe, Luton, and a very tasty FA Cup tie at Anfield. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I think that's the way we're going to go. We'll simulate the 3 games, get 2 games of highlights in, and we'll see how we go from there. So here we go. The first simulation sees Derby at Pride Park against Gillingham. The usual suspects will line up for this one, and I think rather than skip it, I think we'll watch it. Shaw's already got Derby off the mark in the 5th minute. Wilkinson is equalised for Gillingham. Is this where we're going to start dropping points when we're playing simulation? No, Cox has got one for Derby. Is Ed Allen going to get a goal? No, Mbo. He got a goal, looks like an equalising goal for Gillingham. We do drop 2 points against Gillingham, but that's the way it goes. And so we go into the second game, which is away at Doncaster at the Keepmoat. Usual suspects. I think Shaw will probably have to come off at half-time. Looking at his stamina, I don't really want to replace him. This is 3 days after the draw with Gillingham. Doncaster are a pretty strong team. I'm sure they came down from League One, so they should be fighting for promotion. But let's not hesitate any longer. Let's go and get into this game.
Very early in the season, but we have top 2 involved today, and it could have a lot of significance down the road away. We're moments away. Join us for the kickoff, and it's live.
Martin with the ball out wide. That's a lovely pass to Pereira. Can he get a decent cross in? That's very far back. Cox with a bad touch. Comes in, and Allen. Oh, well, that would normally be a almost guaranteed goal from Allen. Obviously, I didn't give him his 24 beers. Jackson will switch it over. That's a good switch to Martin. There's a ball through Carlson. Here is Pereira again. Gets the cross in towards the back stick, and it's Cox, but he falls to Allen. And Allen has scored. He's put us into the lead. I found them in the cupboard, they're all still in the case. I heard that if you share them you will get to second base. I got 24 beers, I'm giving them all to Allen. Allen, that goal machine at Allen. He rises well. Cox did well initially to jump up and get the first header, and thankfully for Derby, Allen was there, like he always is. 21 in League 2 this season, that is. Oh, and Doncaster looking dangerous. They've got a man over. Can I pick it up? Oh, Moran drops back in brilliantly. And we can attack from this. Short. Oh, that's a lovely one too. A Lindquist that he's played there. Plays it out. Here's Pereira. Oh, that's a beautiful little turn from Pereira. Oh, and he's still going. Pereira cuts it across. Cox can't miss. It's 2-0. And it's Taylor Cox, and Pereira has just shown the class that he's oozing with class, is that lad. Just absolutely annihilated the Doncaster defence, puts the ball across. Cox is on back stick. It's almost like a wet dream for him, having a chance like that, and he's not going to miss them. I'm glad he doesn't miss them, and that's his 5th for the season, and it's 2-0 Derby. Well, free kick for Doncaster. Whips it into the box. Carlson will help with that on its way. Oh, but just giving the ball back to Doncaster. Let's hope this doesn't come back to bite us. Oh, fortunately it doesn't. Doncaster having a nice little spell just now. So the goal kick's played short in stoppage time of the first half. Doncaster looking to try and get something back maybe before half time, just so they can keep in the game. I'm pretty sure that's 3 minutes, ref. And he's going to let them have their attack. Oh, okay then. See if we can deal with this. Oh, Carlson completely wrong-footed by the Doncaster man there, but thankfully shot goes over. We're going to the half-time break. 2-0 up. Ed Allen and Cox with the goals. So Derby kicked the second half off. We have taken Shaw off. We have brought White on. And White makes an excellent first pass there, straight to Cox, who gets the shot off, and he goes for a corner. Great pass from White. That was straight from the kick-off. A corner for Derby. Comes in. And it's Allen. He should have probably had that, but it's cleared off the line fantastically by Doncaster. Can't argue with that, and that's why they're second. Had that have been, I'd say Gillingham, but well, we saw what the result was against Gillingham. But that would have been a goal. Doncaster now have a quick counter attack. Magnuson does well to block a cross coming in. Oh, but we've just been caught completely out by Doncaster, and boy, was that close. That was an interesting run of play there from the corner. Nearly scored at one end and then nearly concede at the other. Wow. It's literally been Doncaster all the way, and that's a bad foul from Connor Martin. And it will be a free kick for Doncaster. Here is said free kick for Doncaster. It comes into the box. Moran's out. Cox now plays it out, and there's White. And that's a good pass. And that is a better pass, and Ed Allen is in. Got to. He does! Come on! Oh, yes. 3-0. Completely against the run of play. Donny have just come at us so hard this second half. Like, they really pushed to get back into this game. We got a lucky break, and well, that's who you want on the end of a lucky break. And the captain, fantastic Ed Allen. He was already off celebrating before the ball was in the net. And it is now 3-0. We continue to just keep scoring goals. 22 in League 2 for Ed. I think this is 25th overall. So Doncaster have a free kick. Offside against Ed Allen. Just wouldn't hold his run. Or maybe Pereira just didn't release the ball quick enough. But either way, Doncaster had the free kick, and they've made good use of it so far. Oh, good goal from Doncaster. Well, I cannot say that they haven't deserved that. Poor defending, and but it's completely warranted. If anything, this should probably, a draw would have been a fair result. We've this second half, Doncaster have really pushed. They've deserved a goal. They've got the goal. You've got to wonder about Romano's goalkeeping maybe there, but do you know what? I'm not even mad, bro. No. Doncaster deserved that. Consolation goal, but deserved. It is 3-1. Out. Here comes Pereira. Oh, skips his man beautifully. Gets a shot off. It's blocked. And there is full time. And 3-1 victory. But yeah, I mean, Doncaster probably deserved more out of that. I know I've just been going on about it, but they really did. We were poor that second half. But the result is the result. It's a 3-1 win. We do manage to pull back away from Doncaster. And the difference now is back to 7. 3-1 derby. So the last simulation of this episode before we get into the match with Stevenage is at home to Yeovil. It's the usual suspects out on the pitch for this one, and we will do a play-by-play as it rolls through. Alan, there he is. He's already scoring in the simulations now too. Good lad. Hopefully we can do Yeovil. They are sat in 18th, 19th. I can't remember exactly. I did have a look just, and my memory is about as useful as a sieve. Russo, he's literally just been on the pitch. He replaces Shaw and scores in the 55th minute. It's 2-0 to Derby so far. Is this how it's going to end? Yeah, it looks like it. And there it is. A 2-0 victory for Derby. We can now move on to the match against Stevenage. So, first of the month, and that means youth squad update time. Andrew Bowen, the right back from Ireland, little snippet of what's about to happen. He is about to be signed up to the team. For news that you're about to see after this squad report, but he will be signed up. He will be put into the first team. His potential is 83 to 89. His overall is 60. Yeah, just stay tuned for that. Tyler Hill, left back, potential of 88 to 94. He is going to be a tasty left back. I think he will be certainly putting Connor Martin out of a place. Sam Carter, 75 to 93. He's still up on the high end. We'll keep an eye on him. Joel Vitti, 78 to 94. He continues to look impressive. Barry Rafferty, 80 to 86. Sean Hughes, 79 to 85. And Toby Wilson, he looks, again, another brilliant centre mid to come through. 89 to 94 potential, 61 overall. And here is the reason for Bowen's immediate call-up to the senior team. Robin Magnuson. He has a lateral collateral ligament. Yeah, he's out for 2 months, so he won't be back till March at the earliest. So, yep, that's where Bowen's going to be filling in his boots. In other news, we've had a lot of players leave the club on the 1st of January. All these deals took place in between the last transfer window and this one. 2 players of note that have left, all the rest are real players. Callum Jackson, he has left us. He was here from the beginning. He wasn't needed. He hardly grew at all. So yep, he was surplus to requirements. And Frederick Lindstrom, now early members or people of you remember watching him back early on, it was very disappointing very early, from a very early stage, I think from game 1 really. And then he got overshadowed and just completely overlooked as soon as the arrival of a certain Mr. Allen came through our youth ranks. So yep, there's 2 of our first casualties from this series. Callum Jackson and Frederick Lindstrom no longer at the club. And so, final game of this episode, and we're at home to Stevenage, and we have put our reserve team out. And you lucky people, and me to be fair, we've got a little treat. Our centre midfield pairing, Aidan Roberts and Abeledo, brand new up from the youth academy. Hopefully they can perform well enough to make me sort of have to think twice about who's in our starting 11. But we'll crack straight on into this. Stevenage also have managed to find themselves slip into that very bottom half of the table. So hopefully, all fingers crossed, and we can come out with something on this. So here is Abeledo. Oh, and his first act is to put a beautiful ball into Ferrari. Cuts it back. White. Ferrari, can he get there? Yes! Come on! And that came from Abeledo's brilliant pass. out to Ferrari. White, I don't know. I'm going to have a look at this replay. I think that might have been going in. It was a great save from the keeper, to be honest. Oh yeah, that was almost in already. I feel like Ferrari definitely nicked that off Marcus White, but we shouldn't argue. Dad, let them argue amongst themselves. That's Ferrari's third goal of the season. So yeah, he's also been hitting the mark in his few games that he's played for us. Little and large. Oh, and that's a very good pass. Oh, fucking hell. There is an equaliser. That was just absolutely piss poor defending. It's when you forget, I'm so used to having Jacko and Moran actually perform well, when you suddenly come to Harrison and Kvdansky. I mean, poor Roberts, he's just been fucking face planted into the floor. And Fontana didn't stand a chance. He did well to get that close to it. The player was completely open in the middle. It is 1-1, and it's that last game curse that seems to be hitting us again. Oh, it's a lovely pass through to Ward. Here's Ferrari. And White lays it off to Ward. What a goal, Charlie Ward. Holy moly. He caught that well. Fucking hell, he caught me out by surprise. Brilliant little interplay between Ferrari, White and Ward there. And TommaHawk. And Ward, he almost has become the forgotten man. White just waits for him. One touch just to get it onto his favoured right foot. What a strike, son. Ain't no stopping that. And boom. Nearly knocks the camera off its stand. It is 2-1. And Charlie Ward, the forgotten man, has scored the goal. It's his second of the season. Oh, and they can break through our defence with ease, really. Fontana makes a great save, and oh god, let's watch this again. He's got an open goal. How's he missed? What a wanker. I can't believe he's missed that. It was an open goal. An open goal. Fuck. We're in stoppage time here. And well, there is the stoppage time gone. Half time, we find ourselves 2-1 up. Reserves so far, apart from a little slip up, and of course, let's not forget that open goal miss. It's freaking brilliant. That's the best miss you're ever going to see. Challenge you to find a better miss than that. And if you do, I want to be linked it, because that was a howler from Stevenage. So we've made the substitution. We've brought Willie Berglund on for White, just to keep White as fresh as we possibly can for the first team when he needs to be up there helping. Alexander, we know what his crosses are like. Ferrari, well, there you go. There you go indeed. I will say it, and of course it will happen. Alexander, he's not good enough for the first team, would you believe, yet every time he plays he does get those crosses in brilliantly. And it's Ferrari with his second of the game as well. See, again, not so much a forgotten man, but we signed him at the start of the season on a free, and now he finds himself out on the wing. He is a striker by trade, but he has got 4 in the league, so not a bad return so far. And Alexander with another assist. Well, I'm going to have to admit, McDonald, after the little howler, or nearly hold on a minute, let's just let Stevenage do something. Oh, fucking good goal, Stevenage. Yeah, can't argue that at all. That was a good finish. It's 3-2. As I was trying to say before, I was so rudely interrupted, Stevenage and Kennedy, you dickhead. If you have been watching the series, you may remember that I said Toby Jackson was never going to get a game because I didn't mean to call him up. Well, I figured since Callum Jackson has gone out and away from the club, maybe he can have a game. I've literally just brought him on Phil McDonald for a mistake, or for McDonald's mistake, and for his first game in the Derby shirt, and it's a bad omen when as soon as you've come on you peg back. It is 3-2. Aboletto. Now then, what can he do here? Sneaks it through. Ward. Oh, what a got Ward! That's the sort of response that you want. And a brace from Ward and a brace from Ferrari in this game. And Ward, where's this come from? Maybe it's me. I don't know. But Aboletto did ever so well. He got round, and Ward, top bin on his left peg. Oh, cracking goal. 4-2. That's the response you want. That's the sort of response you're looking for from a team that's just been pegged back to within a goal. And there he goes. He gets 3 goals now for the season. Free kick for Stevenage. Is he going to whip it into the box? It does come into the box, and it's 4-3. And great effort. This has been one hell of a match. I'm glad that I've simulated some matches on this. There's no way this would have been an hour-long episode. 4-3. And we're not even at 80 minutes yet. It's quite literally end-to-end. The defence is definitely a weak point in the reserves. It's just as well the first team has a pretty strong back line, but dear, poor defending in the box. Stuart Alexander, that's one big switch, and Ferrari is looking to get onto it. He does get onto it. He whips the cross in. Berglund! Oh, and Aboletto. Oh, caught in possession, and Stevenage can still attack. And whew, that was a pretty intense bit of injury time there. Whew, 4-3. Oh, that was an entertaining game, wasn't it, boys and girls? Whew. We'll take the win, a 4-3 victory. Very hard fought. So, to conclude episode 17, we will do so with our standard look at the league table. And the keen-eyed mathematicians amongst you will notice that we are now 14 points clear at the top of the table, and that goal difference is just horrendously good. 39 plus 39, 25 games in. It's been a overall good episode. That was an exciting game against Stevenage there at the end. I thought I had fears that we were going to drop those points, but we didn't. And the victory over Doncaster, that was much needed. In the next episode, we have got Wycombe and Luton, and they are quite literally a day apart. So that'll be interesting. But we'll also have the FA Cup excitement with a trip to Anfield against Liverpool. But until next time, friends, this has been Garfield. This has also been episode 17 of the Derby Way. If you've liked it, please leave a like. If you really liked it, please hit subscribe. And until next time, friends, toodles! Toodles.